weak points. So let's talk about bringing up your weak points, all right, in the gym and outside the gym, okay? So a lot of guys are weak point. One of my biggest weak points, obviously, is my calves, which have tremendously gotten better, okay? Now, how have they gotten better? Well, for the past, November-ish, for the past 6-7 months, I've been working calves out 5 days a week, just on that little stick thing right there, and my calves have grown so much more, okay? So weak points, nobody likes their weak points, okay? Whether it's you have a smaller chest, smaller back, small shoulders, small arms, small legs, small calves, whatever. There's something about your body that you might not like. It's a weak point of yours. The biggest mistake I did was consistently ignoring my weak points, okay? I have great quads, great hamstrings, but my calves lack. But my calves have been lacking since high school. And so they've always been lacking. I remember in high school, some people would make fun of me. Like, you have big legs, you have small calves, you have small calves. And instead of realizing that, I need to really double down on calves, I accepted a belief system that was calves are genetics, they don't grow, okay? And that is the most bullshit lie that you can hear when it comes to calves, okay? Do people end up with bigger calves and they never work them out? Absolutely, okay? Genetics plays a role in that. But that doesn't mean you can't bring them up. Why could you not bring up your calves? They're just another muscle. Now, will it take longer than most muscles? Sure. But that doesn't mean you can't bring them up. I've seen significant growth in my calves the last 6-7 months, to the point where I used to never, ever wear low-cut socks. You would never catch me in low-cut socks with Chucks. Never. Because I was too insecure about them. I was like, no, my calves are small. I would just put some high socks and I'd be perfectly fine. And so ignoring your weak points is not going to make you stronger. Working on your strengths isn't going to make you stronger. You're only going to highlight what you feel is better about yourself. And it's easier to do that than it is to go and work on something that you don't really feel like is working, is growing, or you don't really have fun doing them. In the beginning, I really didn't like training calves. Now I enjoy them because now they've gotten bigger. But I'm going to tell you right now, my friend, watching this, I need you to understand one thing. You will not get a bigger boost of confidence than when you bring up something you didn't like about yourself. Okay? Ever since I brought up my calves, I feel more proud and more confident in myself than having big quads. Because when you take something that was hindering you so much, something that you didn't like about yourself so much, and you work on that one thing, and you already have somewhat confidence, it's gonna boost your confidence so much more, because now that weak point of yours is also becoming a strength. That weak point of yours is now almost matching up to everything else in your body, whether it be your chest. Imagine your chest is right here like now, but you start adding pullovers, you start adding more flies to squeeze. Now your chest starts getting bigger. Now your chest is a lot bigger. People come up to the man, you have a nice chest. You're like, well, thank you for that. I've been working really hard on this chest. Or your arms, you finally find out how to actually grow your tricep. And it's not this one, it's the one in the back, doing some of these, doing skull crushers the right way. Your arms are finally getting bigger. So now when you put on a shirt, it's like, oh, or you put on a tank top, you're like, man, my arms are finally getting bigger, because you double down on them. Maybe you start hitting them twice a week. Maybe you started looking at people on YouTube, how to grow your arms, and really researching. That's what I started doing. My arms were lacking at one point. And so I started researching and I started experimenting, and I was doing my skull crushers wrong. So I started doing them better. But ultimately, our weaknesses isn't something we should be ashamed about. Our weaknesses is something that we should look at as an opportunity for us to work on them. Business-wise, I wasn't really good at sales. I never really liked sales. My first job in the gym was a sales rep, and I didn't like it. I was like, we have to go out to people and ask them to join the gym. My perspective about it was wrong. All I knew was that we had to go talk to people. We had to go up to people and, hey, do you want to buy this? That was my perspective, and I never liked that. I never liked going up to, hey, do you want to buy this? Because that's what I thought we had to do. But in reality, it's like, how much has the gym helped me in my life? All we're doing is asking people what they're struggling with and how the gym can literally fix those struggles for you. And so it took me a while, and then I just shied away from it. I just focused on training. I became a phenomenal trainer. But my sales, my finances never went up because Even though I was training people, I never stayed consistent with getting new clients, reaching out to people. And so I never liked getting on the phone with sales. It was a weakness of mine. Again, running away from something that that is gonna benefit us. And I was always down bad with money when it came to my business. And when I study some of the best entrepreneurs, it's like if you're not reaching out to people, if you're not making calls, if you're not messaging people, if you're not doing any of this sales tactics, then you're never gonna grow your business. And it made me realize, man, I'm ignoring that weakness, just like my calves. I was ignoring my calves and I was focusing on my strengths, my upper body, my back. Everything was great, but I lacked that confidence with my calves. I lacked the confidence of wearing low-cut socks. I lacked the confidence of wearing shorts to the gym. And that was stealing fire from me. Something is stealing fire from you, whether it be your arms, your calves, something. And even in your life, maybe in your career. Me as a business owner, maybe like you need to work more on sales, all right? Or maybe your service or your product isn't that good. Maybe you're really good at selling, but you have a terrible product. You have a terrible service that people won't speak about it, okay? My gym business here grew a lot because of word of mouth. People kept telling other people how good of a trainer I was. I relied on word of mouth. But now as you grow a business, you have to also work on sales and promoting and marketing and ads. I've never done ads. I've never done really hardcore marketing other than posting content and getting good at that. But now it has to be more specific, okay? Understand it's gonna be difficult. Understand it's gonna be fucking difficult. It's gonna be irritating. It's gonna frustrate you. It's gonna push you. It's gonna test you, okay? Because it's something that you're not really good at. But if you don't realize that, if you don't work on this thing that you're not really good at, you're never gonna get better at it. And it's okay to suck. It's okay to suck. Like, understand, like, tell yourself, I'm getting better at this shit. I'm getting better at that shit. Because if not, then you're just gonna be frustrated with life. Because the thing that you're ignoring to do is also the thing that's gonna give you the thing that you want the most. Realize that. I really want to put myself in a good financial position. I want to grow my business. I need to focus on sales and marketing and get better at that. I can't just be a phenomenal trainer, which I can, but there needs to be more to that. I can't just have great quads, great arms, great chest, great back, but fucking shitty ass calves. I gotta work on these calves, meaning I have to take some time off training my quads hard, training my hamstrings hard. I started doing back and calves, chest and calves. So I started taking away like muscle groups that I like to train together, chest and back. I love to train it, but now I have to split them up. So understand, you have to sometimes take a step in a different direction. It's not a step back, but ultimately when you improve your weak points, your weaknesses, you become so much more symmetrical. It's like bodybuilding. You look at bodybuilders, why do they look so good? They look so good because they're symmetrical. Everything flows. Like, wow, you flow and things take time. Have some fucking damn patience. Have patience, be diligent, focus on that weak point, and every day you're gonna get better at that. Your confidence is gonna grow. That weak point is gonna grow. Before you know it, you become a well-rounded person. Focus on becoming a well-rounded person. All right, with that being said, much love. If you like this, click the thumbs up and subscribe.